told you we'd be waiting. Oh, and do you notice what's different about our outfits this time?
Can we please just get down to what's happening in this episode? In this episode, players in all 3 competitions will see the gaming venue for the first time.
An audience will eventually fill the place for the finals. But first, the herd of players must be thinned.
Whoa, that's harsh. Can't we just say that some will win and move forward and others will lose and move into the stands?
Didn't you hear the guy? It's a sport. You and I should be using action words like thrashed, clobbered, pummeled.
No. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game that values sportsmanship and courtesy to all players, whether they win or lose.
I respect that, but I just have to say clobbered one more time in this episode.
You're not.
Listen for it.
Players, the younger ones with a parent, arrive bright and early for this first day of competition. While some players appear excited to settle into their new digs, others seem nervous, since this is the start of 2 grueling days to determine who's bringing home a trophy.
There are no cautions.
Connor Dwyer's mom, both from Australia, sees the wider benefits of just having been invited here.
It's made him work well under pressure, okay, and it's made him very ambitious. What I do hope he takes from it is, like I've been telling him, of course he's nervous like everybody else. I tell him, do your best, but you're already a winner.
The first view of where they'll be playing is emotional for many players, inspiring them to take pictures to send home, and others to be philosophical about what their journey has meant to them personally.
I was speechless. It was just amazing. I didn't even know what to say. I was just in shock.
For Jay Sheriff, the champ from the United Kingdom, being here means much more than the chance to win. It's the opportunity for him to show his gratitude for a game and a community that he says nurtured him after his mother went to jail.
In the beginning of 2016, my mom went to prison for a few months, and I stopped focusing in school. Just didn't want to pay attention to anything or just be a part of anything. Then I started playing the game again, and it gave me direction. I just wanted to win and get better at the game, so I just focused on that. Eventually, I met a really good group of people who helped me get better. Practice with me. We traveled together across the country and across the world, and it's just changed my life.
Jay holds on to a singular goal.
I'm hoping to win. I'm hoping to become the world champion, take it all the way, bring it home for my country.
It's a mission echoing throughout the arena from so many competitors like Marcello Barberi, who is singing the same tune after he clobbered his opponents during the European Championship. Ha! Got it in there.
I mean, I can win. So I proved it a month ago at the European Championship, so where I won 17-0, and I definitely want it to happen again because it's been 11 years since Europe has won the World Championship, so I think it's about time that we go back to that.
Good luck again.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
The first day is structured as a Swiss competition, meaning that players are randomly paired and get 3 points for each win, 1 point for a draw, no points for a loss. Each round is 40 minutes.
Players will get paired against players that have a similar rating. So for example, if after round 1 I've won a round and you've won a round, then there's a chance we'll get paired in the second round, and it will keep going through. So you'll play, as you keep winning, you'll play harder and harder opponents.
They weren't kidding that the rounds are grueling. Each round of 40 minutes consists of 2 or 3 separate games. That, with language barriers and creative use of monsters, spells, and trap cards to attack and defend in innovative ways, means competitors are often calling in an assist from a judge or interpreter, or both.
I'm asking what effect he's using.
So during the game, there can be many complicated situations that come up, and sometimes the players may not necessarily know how to resolve the effects, or there might be an issue of a disagreement on how the effect should be resolved. So it's the judge's responsibility to come in and explain how the card works and resolve the situation so the players can resume play.
Judge Hector Santana explains that with the unique skills of these players and the level of play so high, even the judges see truly unique moves.
You see that the players playing the deck at its full potential. You get to see some crazy players that you normally don't see. So yeah, you can say the players are really prepared for the event.
one is over. Competitors tally up their life points and the results are placed on a scoreboard. And then it all starts over again.
With each passing second, tension builds for each player. They're all going for a 3-point win, since that increases their chances of making it to the quarterfinals. So, they fight for every game within every round, and to clarify any possible misunderstanding.
What the judge said is correct. Miscellaneous source will protect against Ghost Dash because it's an activated effect.
破壊できなかったのでそこで終了。
Because this one did not destroy this,
monster on the field.
so that the effect is.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh players, and it's time to round. It's time to round.
After 2 rounds, some players like Charlie and Ryan, Raphael, Marcello, Ryosuke, Timmy, and Dijon are feeling good, having swept their contests.
But I managed to win with my Nintendo.
But others like Jay are worried about their survival.
I've lost my first 2 rounds, so there's the chances of me making the top 8 is very, very small right now. But I'm just trying to keep my head up and do my best.
3, 2, 1, duel. May begin.
From my perspective, it's really 3 areas that you need to excel in to be considered one of the best players. The first one is the obvious one. You need to be good at the strategy of the game. That is understanding when which card to play, when to go all in for a big push, for a big attack, when it's better to play defensive and turtle up a little bit. Second area is the psychology of the game. You need to be able to read your opponent, try to identify, okay, what might be his next turn. Does he really have a good answer set face down in this trap row, or is it just a bluff? And the other part of the psychology is dealing with the pressure of, okay, you only have a couple of minutes left in the round, you really need this win. What can you do to pull it off? Because if you don't get this win, you're not making it to the top.
Another loss for Jay Sheriff of the UK, making his chances of making it to the quarterfinals slim.
Welcome round 4. Ready? 3, 2, 1, duel.
While the older trading card game competitors play 5 rounds before the quarterfinals, the younger Dragon Duelists play only 4, which means this is the make or break last chance for players like Connor Dwyer and Felix Rao, whose parents wait anxiously on the sidelines.
Because Connor's won 1, drew 1, lost 1, this round is very important for him to win to get into the quarterfinals, which is top 8.
So Felix is doing his 4th round after 1 draw, 1 win and 1 loss, and 4th round is going on. Let's see what happens.
When life points are tallied and judges have signed off on the results, Connor Dwyer and Felix Rao have made it to the Dragon Duel quarterfinals to be played during the 5th round of regular play. We told you it was a grueling competition. After hours and hours of duels, the players now have to dig deep once again to bring their best game to the table.
Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship players, welcome to round 5. Dragon Duelists, welcome to the top 8. Ready? 3, 2, 1, duel.
By the end of round 5, the list of players who had survived is clear. Dragon Duelists Connor Dwyer and Felix Rao have been eliminated.
I hope this experience he will take home. So it's easy to win and to be happy, but it's more important to feel good without depend on any kind of success.
Oscar and Felix vow to be in the stands the next day to cheer on their newfound friends. Same for Jay Sheriff, who was last on the list of players. But, as he has said before he knew the results,
This is the best experience of my life, no matter what happens.
Meantime, players who have survived can't help themselves from politely celebrating.
I know they actually have a live crowd here, which is completely new for me, so I don't know how it will feel to actually hear people cheering live. So I'm extremely excited for that, but I don't know, I want to play, so I'm ready.
In Duel Links, Robert Tanney does not make it, but Timmy Chu and Dijon Thomas do. Best friends Charlie Futch and Ryan Yu also won in the quarterfinal round, and then learned they will face each other to see who would be in the trophy round.
If I'm gonna lose to somebody, I'd rather it be you.
I already know I play. One of my best friends, Ryan, know every single card in this list because we play tested it before we wrote down our deck list and everything. I do feel confident. He thinks that I'll win too, so see how that goes.
However it happens, it's good, because I'm sure that no matter what happens, they're still going to be friends. That's the most important thing that has come out of this, is that they have a good friendship.
Dragon duelist Rafael Reich makes history with his win in the quarterfinals, becoming the first Brazilian player to ever make it this far.
I am so happy because I'm the first Dragon Duel of Brazil, from Brazil here. And I won the top 4. I'm the 4th best Dragon Duel of this year. It's really incredible. Fama!
Fama!
That means fame in Portuguese.
So, who's going to be famous after the next day's matchups? The answer to that and much more next time, as we continue our exclusive behind-the-scenes look on this, the 2017 Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships in Tokyo, Japan.